I never liked Karen. Not in the way people throw the name around online, but literally, her name was Karen Whitaker, and she lived next door in the oversized McMansion she bought after her divorce settlement. For 6 years, she'd been trying to outdo everyone on Willow Creek Lane, the Tesla in the driveway, the ring light selfies on the community Facebook group, the passive-aggressive notes about aesthetic standards whenever someone's grass grew half an inch too long. In spring of 2024, she discovered the strip of land behind her fence. It was a forgotten pie-shaped wedge about half an acre, choked with sumac and old locust trees. The county tax map showed it as Parcel 17B, unbuilt, taxes unpaid since 1998. Everyone assumed it belonged to the HOA or the developer, who went bankrupt decades ago. Everyone was wrong. I knew who it belonged to because my grandfather's will was very specific when he died in 2019. All my remaining real property, including the undeveloped parcel adjacent to the former Whitaker farm. That wedge had been in my family since 1947. I'd been paying the $187 annual tax bill out of habit more than anything. I never built on it because I liked the buffer. No neighbors staring into my backyard. Karen didn't ask. She hired surveyors who, in her words, confirmed it was abandoned. She posted drone footage on Instagram. Turning this eyesore into paradise? By June, bulldozers arrived. Trees came down. A Goonite crew poured a 2640 lagoon pool with a tanning ledge, infinity edge, and a grotto waterfall that probably cost more than my house. The final invoice I later saw was $198,400 plus landscaping. She bragged about it at the July 4th block party. Sometimes you just have to take what the universe forgot to give you. I watched the whole thing from my deck with a beer and a printed copy of the deed. In August, the pool was finished. Teal water sparkled under LED lights. Karen threw a pool reveal. Party with catered tacos and a DJ, who played Billie Eilish at eardrum bleeding. Levels until 2 a.m., I politely declined the invitation. The following Monday, a sheriff's deputy knocked on her door at 9:17 a.m. I know the exact time because I was drinking coffee on my porch and pretending not to watch. He handed her an envelope. Inside was my quiet title lawsuit, a trespass claim, and a demand letter for $400,000, double what she spent, plus immediate removal of all improvements. Karen stormed over 10 minutes later, still in her silk robe, envelope flapping like a battle flag. "You can't do this!" she screamed. "I have permits. Permits from the city," I said calmly. "Not ownership." Her lawyer tried every trick. Adverse possession, she'd only had it 16 weeks. Laques, estoppel. The judge took one look at my recorded deed from 1947, the unbroken chain of title, and the tax receipts in my name, and granted summary judgment in November. The pool, the deck, the outdoor kitchen, the $11,000 robotic pool. Cleaner, everything permanently affixed to the real property now belonged to me. Karen had 30 days to remove anything not nailed down. She took the patio furniture and the tiki torches. Everything else stayed. On December 1st, the temperature dropped to 28 degrees. I stood at the new wrought iron gate, installed by my contractor, paid for by the settlement, and looked at my very expensive, very frozen swimming pool. The waterfall was a solid sheet of ice. The grotto looked like something out of a Disney movie on the closing night. I still don't swim much. I turned the pool house into a workshop and rent the parcel to a local nursery for Christmas tree storage every winter. Karen moved to Scottsdale. 6 months later, something about needing a fresh start. Her house sold for $120,000 less than she paid. Sometimes, on quiet evenings, I sit by the fire pit she never got to use and think about how the universe occasionally remembers who it belongs to. The pool's heated. If you're ever in the neighborhood and bring decent beer, I might even let you take a dip. Just don't call me Karen.